Plotting inequalities. Okay, so we have x is greater than or equal to a negative 5. So x is greater than or equal to negative 5. Now, if you're going to make this sign, which looks like a sideways V, you would use your right hand. Since you would use your right hand to make the sign, this sign is going to shade to the right. Now, another thing you got to keep in mind is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. These would be solid because you have an equal to sign, so it's going to be solid. If this was just less than, no equal to sign, then this is open. But just think about how you make the sign. If you make the sign with your right hand, you're going to go to the right. If you make your sign with your left hand, it's going to go to the left. See, if I was going to have a sign like this, I would have to use my left hand to make that sign. So this would be a left hand sign. So I know I would shade to the left. So let's go ahead and click above the negative 5, which we did. It should be solid. Now, if we were going to change this, we would press this key right here. This button right here, let me get off of this. This button right here allows you to make this open. See, you can have circle filled or circle open. But we want the circle filled. Now, if we want to change direction, we press this. See how the blue went to the left, but we want the blue to go to the right. Because we're using our right hand, so we're going to start at negative 5 and we want to go to the right. Okay, next question. You have x, and then you have your inequality sign, and then 1. So we see it's going to the left, so we're going to use our left hand. So that means that we're going to shade to the left. So we're going to shade to left. Since we do not have that little equal bar underneath, you don't see a little solid line, this will actually not be solid, but this is going to be an open circle. So we're going to actually move this, so we have to cut this off. So we're going to have to actually move this to positive 1. We want it to go to the left, so we're going to change the direction. And we don't want this to be solid, we want this to be open. So we're going to use our left hand. We're going to have the open circle there. So we want, actually, when you look at this, I don't want you to get too caught up with, what the inequality signs are, but since it's opening up to the 1, we want to know what numbers are 1 better than. 1 is better than 0, better than negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, next question. Okay, we have the following. We have x, and this time we have our inequality sign to the negative 1. So we're going to use our right hand. And since we're going to use our right hand, we're going to shade right. So go ahead and shade this to the right. Since we have a little bar underneath, this is going to be solid. So we want to start at negative 1. So let's drag this to negative 1. We want this to be solid, which it is, and we want it to go to right. So in other words, we want the x's to be better than negative 1. See, not the negative 1. It's not open to negative 1. It's open up to the x's. So what numbers are better than negative 1? Well, 0 is, 1 is, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So any number to the right. But if you make that sign with your right hand, you can see that you're going to shade to the right. Okay, next question. You have your x. Then you have your inequality sign, the -4. You're going to use your left hand to make this sign. So you're going to shade to the left. This is also, since you do not have a solid line underneath, this is going to be open. So we want to move this to -4. We want to change the direction to the left, and we want this to be an open circle. So we're saying that -4 is better. -4 is better than -5, -6, -7, anything to the left.